Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Whatever You Need, your home for the most touching and human stories behind Turkey's brightest stars. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and tap join if you want to help us bring more heartfelt stories like this one to life. Today, we're revisiting a pair whose connection has refused to fade, no matter how much time has passed, Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç. Their journey began years ago on the television screen, but the echoes of that partnership still resonate deeply with millions across the world. What began as a fictional love story has become a real-life lesson in respect, maturity, and emotional authenticity. When the now iconic romantic series that united them first aired, it wasn't just another television drama. It became a movement, a collective heartbeat shared by viewers across Turkey, the Middle East, and even parts of Europe. Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç captured lightning in a bottle. Their chemistry, effortless and real, felt less like acting and more like two souls conversing in a language only they understood. Audiences were mesmerized. Every scene between them carried tension, humor, and tenderness in equal measure. The way they looked at each other, the timing of their smiles, even the pauses between words, it all felt genuine. Overnight, they became household names. But what truly elevated them was the warmth they radiated, the sense that what they created on screen had an echo off-screen as well. Their series didn't just entertain, it defined a generation's sense of romance. People didn't simply watch it, they lived it. And for Elçin and Barış, it marked the beginning of a story that would continue far beyond the set. When the cameras finally stopped rolling, many assumed that the two stars would go their separate ways, as actors often do. Instead, something even more beautiful unfolded, a genuine, lasting friendship. Over the years, they spoke of each other with deep admiration. Barış once described Elçin as an actress who listens before she speaks, who gives you space to be your best self. Elçin, in turn, said that Barış had a calmness that centers everyone around him, both on set and off. Fans adored their mutual respect. Each time they were spotted together at events or award ceremonies, the internet would explode with nostalgia. Tweets, fan edits, and hashtags like #ElçinandBarışForever would trend instantly. One comment captured it best: their friendship is the love story television couldn't script. It was no longer just about characters in a drama. It became about two people who found something real amidst the illusion of fame. Years later, when the announcement came that Elçin and Barış would reunite, this time on the big screen, fans could hardly contain their excitement. The romantic film that brought them together again wasn't just another production. It was a nostalgic homecoming. When the movie premiered, critics praised not only the story but the sincerity that both actors brought to their roles. The box office numbers soared. But beyond the commercial success, what stayed in people's minds were the behind-the-scenes images, Elçin and Barış laughing between takes, sharing quiet meals on set, exchanging knowing looks that spoke of years of trust and shared history. It felt as though time had folded in on itself, carrying both actors and their audience back to where it all began. As the years rolled on, both stars flourished independently. Barış Arduç entered a new chapter of life, embracing fatherhood with pride. Fans admired the way he balanced his family life with a demanding career, often remarking on his humility despite his fame. Despite the changes in their personal and professional lives, the affection between them never wavered. When Barış became a father, Elçin's simple congratulatory message online, "Wishing happiness to you and your family, always," became an instant sensation. Within minutes, tens of thousands of fans had liked, shared, and commented. It wasn't just a message, it was a testament to grace, friendship, and continuity in a world often obsessed with drama. Recently, Elçin announced her return to the spotlight with a one-of-a-kind musical performance in Istanbul, a show blending theater, storytelling, and live music. The moment tickets went on sale, they vanished within hours. The speculation was immediate, and the anticipation reached fever pitch as the concert date drew closer. When the night finally arrived, the air outside the concert hall felt electric. Fans gathered early, phones in hand, hoping for a glimpse of both stars. Inside, the lights dimmed and Elçin took the stage, poised, radiant, her voice filling the room like velvet. Midway through her set, a hush fell over the audience. Cameras caught sight of a familiar figure in the crowd, Barış Arduç, seated with his wife, applauding with warmth and admiration. His expression carried no trace of nostalgia or tension, only pride and respect. Within minutes, social media platforms were flooded with posts. Hashtags like #SupportAndRespect, #ElçinAndBarış, and #FriendshipGoals trended across Turkey. Fans wrote, "Once her co-star, always her supporter, and real bonds don't end, they evolve." It was as if time had stopped for a moment, bringing back the emotions of a generation who had grown up watching their story unfold. Those who saw it said it felt genuine, untouched by performance. Some fans interpreted it simply as an act of support between longtime friends. Others believed it revealed something deeper, a spiritual connection, perhaps, or the silent recognition of a bond that never fully dissolved. Either way, it became one of the most talked about moments of the year. By the next morning, headlines read, "Barış Arduç supports Elçin Sangu's musical debut." Unlike the tabloids of the past, this time the narrative wasn't about rumors, it was about respect. Elçin thanked everyone who attended, posting a heartfelt note, "Last night was unforgettable. I'm grateful for every familiar face in the crowd." Barış remained silent online, his quiet dignity speaking volumes. For fans, that silence was more powerful than any public statement. Across platforms, old clips of their on-screen moments resurfaced. Fan-made edits mixed scenes from their drama with footage from the concert, pairing them with emotional music and captions like "Some connections never fade." What do you think? Do friendships like Elçin and Barış's prove that emotional connection can outlast romance, or do they remind us that love, in its purest form, can transform rather than disappear? Tell us what you think in the comments below. And if this story touched your heart, subscribe to Whatever You Need, like this video, and tap the join button to help us continue bringing you stories that go beyond gossip, stories that celebrate authenticity, kindness, and the beauty of real human connection. Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç represent more than just two actors who shared a screen. They symbolize a kind of creative chemistry that refuses to fade. Their journey reminds us that fame can fade, but genuine respect endures. In an industry often fueled by competition, their friendship stands as proof that collaboration, empathy, and grace can outshine any rumor. They changed how a generation viewed relationships, not as fleeting romances, but as evolving bonds built on trust and mutual admiration. For Turkey's entertainment world, they will always remain the duo that turned fiction into something real. And that's today's story, a reminder that some connections are timeless, no matter how life changes. If you felt moved by Elçin and Barış's story, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Whatever You Need, and join our channel for exclusive behind-the-scenes stories and heartfelt celebrity insights. Here on Whatever You Need, we believe that every story, whether of love, loss, or friendship, carries a truth about being human. Until next time, take care of your hearts, keep believing in genuine connections, and remember, real stories never end, they simply find new ways to be told.